Okay, so today's project I got going on today is with my mini excavator. That last job that we did clearing that house lot, we put quite a bit of hours on this thing, so it took quite a bit of abuse. It was that lot clearing job I did. We cleared all those trees and everything, but the muffler actually vibrated so much that right here, as you can see, it fell off. It cracked and just kind of fell apart. So I got the new muffler right there. Looks like it's the same one. So we're gonna be replacing this. Obviously, you don't want to be running the machine like this. So I guess we're gonna do a how-to video on this. Okay. So it looks like you may need to be taking the air filter housing off, because back there you can see that's where the manifold is that comes into the muffler. There's a flange right there. There's two bolts on that need to be taken off. So I'm gonna see if I can get in there with an extension, but I might just end up taking this whole air filter housing off because it'll be a lot easier, obviously. And then you have a bolt right here and right there that's mounted to the engine block on the right side. And then you have two bolts right here, one, and then there's one farther down right there too as well. That's bolted to the hydraulic pump. And that's all that looks like it's holding this thing on. So it doesn't look like it's too hard of a job, but we'll see how it goes, I guess. So I'm going to start off with getting the exhaust flange off over by the manifold. All right. So actually, I can get my hand back here fairly easily on this exhaust flange. So I think I'm going to keep this air filter housing off. But so that exhaust flange, there's two bolts on there, and they're a 13 millimeter. A lot of this stuff on this machine is actually metric. So I guess we'll see if we can get these broken free. Oh yeah, that one's already going. I think I should just need to be, loosen these guys up a little bit. I don't think I need to take this whole flange completely off here, but I'm just going to loosen both of them up. I got this one pretty loose already. Kind of happy that this exhaust flange is coming off fairly easily. See if we can get the other one going now. Oh, yep, perfect. These both came loose fairly easily. Alright, so if you guys can see in there, I know it's pretty dark lighting, but I got this flange is loose. The exhaust should be able to slide off when I get the other bolts off. So now I'm gonna work on these two guys up here, and I think those are actually 13s as well, and then we'll do those after. But we'll work on these up top now. Okay, so I got these top two bolts out. Looks like the last thing to do is snag out these bottom ones, and hopefully it should come out pretty easily. One thing I do really like about these Bobcats is they're actually, I mean, I don't work on my skid steer at all because that thing only has like 300 hours on it right now. I just changed the oil. But I mean, this Mini, I think it hit like 3,750 hours. So I've done a few things, but everything that I've had to do is very easy to access and fix. And then obviously I do like the fuel filter and the oil changes, the hydraulic filters and stuff. Everything's just so easy on these things, and they have plenty of power, and I love my dealer, so I've been very happy with these Bobcats. But let's get these bottom bolts out. Alright, I just have this last bolt here, and then this guy should be able to pop right off. So I've only been working on this for about 5 to 10 minutes. Man, this is fairly easy, honestly. Alright, that bolt's out, and see if we can get squeak past the manifold down there. Yeah, looks like it's coming. Okay. Cool. Got this guy out. It did crack earlier this year. I did have one of my guys weld it up a little bit, so I did kind of know this was on its way out. I didn't know this was actually cracked. So I actually just noticed something. So obviously this is the piece that broke off on the old muffler, and that went like this. And the new one only has like a 2-inch piece of the pipe, and it needs to look like this. So I think what I'm gonna do is, my buddy's got a welding shop, so I'm gonna swing past there and I'll measure what the length of this is and then cut it off this, and then I'll just have him weld this piece right on there. Alright guys, so I'm back from the welding shop. Here's the new exhaust with the new piece welded on from this guy. So what we did was, here's the old piece that had this welded onto it before. So we cut it off, measured it and cut it off to the length it needed to be, and then just it had a little bit of an angle to get into the port right here to come out the back of the cab here. So we just kind of matched up what the angle was and tacked it on, and then put a nice weld on all the way around it. Yeah, so I guess it's good to go, and this one's now junk and can be disposed of, so we'll get the new one put on, all right? Alright, giving you guys a quick update. I got everything started here, so I got these 2 bottom bolts started on the new one. It is sitting in there perfectly, actually. That's right where we need it to be. We got the wire bracket started, and then the bracket for the exhaust back there starting to the block, and then if you guys can see it back there, I got the flange started too on those bolts. So just give you guys a quick update and we'll get this buttoned up. Alright guys, I've got everything buttoned up here. These 2 bolts down here, sorry, the lighting's just really bad. Those 2 guys, the one right here and the one right down there, are both nice and tight and snugged up. The one right here to hold on these wires right here is snugged up perfectly, and then the bolt right there, the mount to the block, it's all snugged up. And then the flange bolt back there, the 2 nuts are both tight. The muffler's nice and tight on there, all snug and everything's tight. The pipe that we had to weld on right here is going in the tailpipe correctly, and so we'll fire it up and check for leaks here. But I think we should be good, but I definitely want to double check to make sure everything's all set here. Alright guys, looks like this guy's all fixed up and ready to go. Thanks for watching, and just got to grease this thing up and we're going to be going to the next job with it.